Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. The rally finally did take place. The Santa rally did kick in today, with the NASDAQ picking up that rally pretty much from the morning low at 10 a.m. at 15,605. And the market proceeded to run about 300 plus points. Santa did finally arrive, even though he did seem to be a little bit off kilter and not really the happiest of cowboys, but here we are. Now, what does that do for the count? It does put in a little bit of an adjustment to the labeling. It doesn't necessarily change the larger view in that I still believe that we are within a minor C wave down to complete this first ABC of a much larger correction that would then be labeled, once it's finished, as intermediate wave A. And then we'll be looking for a much stronger, bigger rally phase in an intermediate degree B wave. So what do we have going on, and where can we expect this all to stop? Right now, the NASDAQ has pushed above the 100% mark, which was at 15,941. And that then took it above 15,956, which was where I had labeled the minute wave 2 previously. And so with that break, it negated that count as it stood, and it just let me go in and reevaluate that it's likely more that this level that we hit yesterday morning was the low for minute wave 1. So that labeling is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete minute wave 1. So now we remain within minute wave 2, and that will consist of an A, a B, and this C wave, which likely still needs a little bit more upside before all is said and done. So we have continued resistance now at 16,022, 16,071, 16,151, 16,181, and then 16,281. What the market can't do, what the NASDAQ can't do, and then still hold on to this count, is it cannot break back above 16,457. So if Santa really gets himself worked up and has a lot of Christmas cheer, then we could be in the process of negating the entire count. And what that would then suggest is that this level completed wave C and intermediate wave A. So, but unfortunately, we have to let it go all the way up there. Otherwise, this C wave will be a kick butt, as I have previously described. What will be more convincing that the wave 3, the minute third wave, is underway, is that it will just begin and it'll start breaking below these moving averages on an hourly chart. Let me just open that up. So come on. Let's do it. There we go. So you can see that we have the 50 sitting at 15,936. Then we have the 4 just underneath it, so we could break both of those at one swing. That may provide us with some acceleration to the downside, which would kick off that wave. Then we have the 8 at 15,867, the 20 at 812, and the 50 at 782. All of those would be broken fairly quickly once wave 3, if it's going to be a wave, third wave, would be convincingly in force. So, and I would be expecting it to happen pretty quick. So in other words, it's like with the same intensity that we went up, it has to move at that same intensity going down, but faster. More in line to what we saw this morning. The big decline, followed by another shorter decline. And that was more convincing that, oh, maybe we did complete the wave 2 here, and now we're starting in the third wave. But nope, it stopped and it reversed. And once it broke that, It no longer was the start of a third wave. So this is what I'd be looking for. So for tomorrow, I would suspect, and likely during Globex, so again, it's going to be a coin tosser. Who gets to start the third wave if a third wave is indeed out there waiting to begin? So I would look for a little bit additional rally, but to be held, I'm going to hope below the 16,200 level. I think I can allow for it to go 16,181 and we'll still be in, okay shape. We have additional resistance, but it's been exceeded already. We're coming back down and touching it, and that's just price support right now at 15,956. So if we get back below there, it'll turn back into resistance, but right now it's support. And then, so we definitively, to see a start of the next leg down, I think we need to start breaking below these moving averages, particularly the 200. That may produce us a little bit of more of a slide and get us closer to start to breaking these other levels. So once in gear, that third wave, I need to put those back up. So let me put them back into play by opening this back up so I can do it. Come on, go to that 4-hour chart and open it up. And we're going to put our downside Fibonacci extensions into play. And so like this. And so we have a lot of support coming off but wave C, so that's what this larger extensions are tracking. Wave C would be equal to wave A at 15,232. But if I'm looking for the third wave to kick in, it's going to go a whole lot further. Then I really am looking for wave 3 to get down to 14,475-ish. And with a 14,370. So we've got about 100-point range down here, a zone that I think would be appropriate to complete wave 3. So again, we're in that sticky point where at least it needs to break below this, and maybe down in this zone it could stop, conclude wave 3, get a 4 and a 5, which would bring us down into here. And that would then complete wave C. Once wave C is done, it's an intermediate degree wave C, wave A. So it's a minor wave C to complete intermediate wave A. Then I'm looking for a B wave rally. And we'll work out those levels, but it should be a fairly strong rally and a total head fake. But I would imagine that we will get back above 16,000 within that B wave before all is said and done. So a lot of trading to come. Right now, my focus is going to be on the C wave that I'm looking for to complete. We're looking for a third wave to kick in. We will get very strong clues when it does begin, because it'll start to break below the moving averages. And once that occurs, then we know where the trades are going to be forming. The larger trades are going to be to the downside, versus today, the larger trades would just buy and hold. The market rallied from 10 a.m. right on up through the close. So that's on the 4-hour chart. On the hourly chart, it was the same. There were some downside moves, but the biggest one you can see was right here into the close. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. There's not a whole lot. Again, we only have tomorrow and Thursday. Friday, the markets are closed for the Christmas holiday. And so we may just see the Santa rally kind of just continue right up till Christmas, and then look for this C wave to continue next week. So much to come through. Can start tomorrow for sure, can start on Thursday for sure, but we'll have to take it day by day. So continue to use the moving averages, to use the Fibonacci, to use the Elliott, and to track a trade, to control and give you entry and exit levels, and trade smart. Our next update will be on Wednesday, the 22nd.